morning.
Morning.
Welcome to a fabulous team meeting. Halfway really basically through the month of June. Thank you for joining us online as we figure it out. Now there's still some empty seats in here. So people want to come in person, please feel free to join us as well. We're still providing lunch, but just for a select few. But yeah, we got a packed day today for you today. We have awards and we have a panel to get started. But before we do, anyone, if you're joining us via Zoom online, feel free to jump in. We can hear you live and well in the Market Center. Tell me something good or somebody here. Anybody got some good? Let's get some energy going. Anybody got something exciting to share?
Right here.
Yeah. All right. Next month. You're talking about this month. Yeah. For June. Good job.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yuman, yeah.
Yuman.
We sold our house yesterday and we're buying my new house tomorrow.
Awesome. You personally, yes. That's what I say. You're in real estate. Isn't your home always for sale? Right?
And this is my husband.
Yes, yes. Yeah, good to have you.
That's right. Make an appearance.
Yes, she made you come. Yes. Awesome. Anybody else got something exciting? Yes.
They're from my family.
Yes.
They're all related.
Related.
Oh,
Oh my
really?
goodness.
I'm married, but related.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Well, see
fun.
that? There you
Small
go.
world.
Her husband is cousin of the family.
Okay.
That's awesome.
We have to
Yeah,
start
the word is so
this
small.
There he is, small. Absolutely. Okay, anybody else? Anybody online have something exciting to share? You guys have something exciting to share back over there?
Yeah, I'm an inspector, I'm visiting.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Awesome. We'll give you some opportunity to speak as well. Okay.
Here, I gotta share. So if you're wanting to learn how to increase your presentation skills or your attention grabbing skills, volunteering with a bunch of 5-year-olds is the way to go. So I've been working, we got our church VBS going on this week. And so in the evenings, I'm helping out with the 5-year-olds at game time. Woo, if I'm losing my voice, that's why. So it is a lot of fun, a lot of energy. And yeah, you definitely got to work on those attention grabbing skills. Good time.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, great. Do we have a PowerPoint, Norman?
Yes, we do.
Okay. You think we'd have this technology piece down? It's easier when you're just doing it via Zoom and not in person, but when you do both, kind of interesting. And Namesh, who's not here, he went to go visit another market center in San Antonio. I think he messed everything up for Norman this morning.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Not really, no.
Okay, great. Keep going, rolling. We already got that. Keep going. Nope, she's in San Antonio. Chris is going to share a little bit later, and she already did.
Yep.
Keep going.
Oops, I got all the.
Oh, that's okay. We'll
can go
we'll pause it. We'll pause it at that piece right there. Reminder that the office, right, will be closed on Friday. Well, not the whole office. The staff will be off on Friday in recognition of Juneteenth,
We
which
will
is
be-
on. Yeah. So we will have our office open. Just don't expect the staff to be
We'll
here.
have our weekend staff here for any clients that come, any meetings like that.
Yes. And the AC will be on.
Right.
Not at 82. It'll be cooler than that.
Yeah, Saturday we will be closed, but if you have an access card, you can access the building at any time.
Yep. Okay, that's an important notice as well. Okay. Are we ready? Anything else administrative? We jump into our panel. Be ready to jump up here. We got our rising star panel to come up. Anybody else? Anything we missed administratively?
Oh, I think we should wish all the dads a happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah, Father's Day,
You
right?
know? Yeah.
Yeah. You got Juneteenth and you got Father's Day,
Yeah.
right? Father's Day, men cook their own meat, and others done Mother's Day. That's a whole different holiday.
Yeah. Well, on a serious note, like for all the dads out there who are involved in their kids' lives, like you guys do you have such an important role, and it can't be understated just how important you are in your kids' lives. So thank you to all the dads out there making a difference.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, for no further ado, if you're on our panel today, come on up. You're going to join us up here behind the thing. Come on up. We're ready for you. Yes. Do we need to get you a chair? You're sure?
Sure.
You guys are gonna lean here. Come on, Sammy, come on up. Okay, when we got 2 online, so we're gonna get a little bit of creative. You guys are gonna come right here. Okay, awesome. One of the things that's really exciting as we do is we have a rising star. We hear from a lot of our top people, you know, over time. And yet we have some rising stars that are growing and doing some great things as well. And when I say a rising star in this market, it's very impressive because it's brutal out there, right? It takes a lot of skill and a lot of knowledge and a lot of support to make that happen. So I just want to recognize the people that are coming up and at the same time, share their story along the way. So we got 2 online. I just told you 1, Michelle, but I guess Galicia's online as well. And we have Jade and Sammy. So here's what I'd like to do. I'm gonna tell us who you are, tell us a little bit of your story, right? And then why real estate, kind of what before. So Jade, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Jade Arneson. Before this, I was a business development manager for a very small owned company. Helped actually kind of bring them business and market business. So I already have a little bit of background in that. I didn't really like it though, because I was helping grow somebody else's business. And there was really no growth for me to either get better or get promoted or anything like that. So then I had my second born and I decided to be a stay-at-home mom. I was blessed enough to be able to stay at home. And my mom actually, she was in real estate. So I grew up around the real estate table. My dad and my mom, they like to invest in real estate. When I was younger, my mom's in interior design. So it was just natural that I always had, you know, a passion for real estate. It always catch my interest. So being in Houston, new in Houston, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to jump into it. It's something flexible after being a stay-at-home mom, something that I can do, have a passion for, and kind of just went for it. Studied while I was pregnant. Got my real estate license just really right after he was born and kind of just jumped right in, and haven't really ever looked back since. So
Cool. All right, great start. All right, Sammy, join in.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
So, I'm Sammy Patel. Before real estate, I was actually a pharmacy technician at the Walgreens on Sweetwater. I was there for like 3 years and I really hated my job. I was getting yelled at. All the techs were getting yelled at every single day. So it was really a bad working environment, and then the pay was not good. So I talked to one of my family members. He recommended that I go into real estate. So I was like researching about wholesaling houses and doing all that. And then I realized I was like, I'd rather go the legit route and just get my license and go all in. So I did that. Now I've been in it for 2 years. So yeah.
Okay,
And,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay, that's a good start. All right, Michelle, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can hear you loud and clear. Tell us about before real estate and why you chose real estate, a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, prior to real estate, I spent more than I would care to mention working for a global software development company doing project management, and worked on global teams and had a very exciting travel around the world and all sorts of things. On the other side, I also have 6 children. And after missing multiple birthdays and at one point being out of the country for almost 6 weeks, I decided I was exhausted and didn't want to travel anymore. So I actually quit. And then sitting at home, my husband said, you should do real estate. You'd be really good at it. And that's how I got into real estate.
Okay, awesome. So your husband told you to get into real estate. Without that, you wouldn't have got in.
Nope.
Okay, that's good. All right, Glacia, go ahead. Your turn.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, too, for the recognition. I appreciate it. So my story is very different. I actually relocated here from New Jersey. And so when
We couldn't tell with the accent.
Yes, I don't have an accent. So when I relocated from New Jersey, you know, coming to Houston, Texas, I knew absolutely no one here. But I just fell in love with this city. I fell in love with the people, the homes, the lifestyle. And a mutual friend, you know, suggested that I get into real estate because I was constantly going out, you know, just searching and looking around and just enjoying all of the views. But my career prior to this has always been in community service. In New Jersey, I was actually a chief of staff for a senator. So I was always out with the people, serving the community. So it was a great transition. It just made sense for me to do this.
Okay, awesome. All right, let's go back, but we'll go in reverse order. So Gleisha, tell us in the beginning, what did it look like? Where did those first few deals come from? And did they come right away?
Yes, well, prior to me, when I made the decision that I was gonna, sit and take the class and get my license, I had started talking to people already, telling them that I was going to, be sitting for my class, sitting for my license, and kind of like drumming up business before I even achieved it, before I even had my license. And so, anytime anyone would talk about real estate, I kind of like, got into the conversation, introduced myself and let them know, hey, look, I'm gonna have my license in a few minutes, in a little while. So if you can wait, I would love to talk to you, possibly sell your house. So if you're looking for a home, I would love to make that happen for you. So I really put it out there before I even had obtained my license.
Okay. Okay, great. Michelle, how about you?
I would say that the first ones probably did come from friends and family, but I will say that was, for me, that was a harder nut to crack than people that didn't know me, because people that knew me, family and friends, thought, what do I know about real estate? And I found that personally, I had to prove myself through people that didn't know me before friends and family really jumped on board. But I will say that my first ones probably came from Property Desk. My first few closings at all, which were leases, were all Property Desk related.
Okay.
And I've already had at least one of those leases turn into a sale this year. So while last year, I've done this for a year now. And so last year I had some leases, now they've turned into sales. So they were actually, and they think I'm wonderful. So because they thought I was so great, friends and family said, well, maybe there's something to it, and kind of jumped on board. And the other thing is, reached out to some of the high performers that were already out there and asked if I could do some open houses for their clients, and tried to do a really good job. And then they would call me, such as Susan Grzinski. She'll call me and she'll say, oh, I have an open house, will you come do it? And the fact that she would think of me was what I tried to do. So that's actually how I did it. I guess I did a little different, but now friends and family are coming to me, where a year ago they were like, why don't you go do some other ones first?
Okay, awesome, good stuff. All right, Sammy, your turn.
Yeah, so my first deals came from cold calling and open houses. The first deal I had was actually the hardest deal I've ever had. It was a 100K house all the way in North Houston. It was like a rental house with 5 different tenants in it. So it was tough. But yeah, so I just kept cold calling, and then I hosted a lot of open houses for other agents. That's what got me a lot of business. And then I got really good at open houses, so kept doing that. And now my business mainly comes for sphere of influence. I post a lot on social media. So everybody that I really in the beginning of my business, I focused on people I didn't know, because the people that I knew, they already knew I was an agent. So that was when I started posting on social media, all the open houses and all the work I was doing, then people just naturally came to me. So yeah, cold calling and open houses where first deals came from.
Okay, Jade.
So I moved here not knowing anyone, had no sphere of influence. I really got my first deals from just meeting strangers out, telling them that I'm a real estate agent, finding the opportunity to just throw it in there. So my first one was kind of hard too. It was a short sale.
Short sale. Oh, okay.
It was difficult, but it was great because now I have the experience with it. So, and then of course leases, and those kind of just came from word of mouth. And then a lot of my business that actually came from open houses and cold calling. Definitely cold calling for me. So that's where mine came from.
Okay, awesome. Let's go in the beginning, right? Tell us about some challenges, your mindset. Just give us and how you powered through it.
So the beginning for me was a little discouraging. I'm just going to be honest. Going to Ignite Bolds where they're like, reach out, you should have, an average of 200 people in your phone book. I'm like, I have 60. So now I have over 300 because I've just been building my business. But I was very kind of discouraged because I'm like, that's a huge number. I don't know anyone here. I don't even have anyone to babysit my kids. So I will be honest, that was my that was kind of the hardest part in the beginning for me. But when I realized you could do open houses, door knocking, cold calling, and just step outside of your shell and just meet people, that's when it really started to grow. So that was my challenge in the beginning. And then just really jumping right into everything. I was scared to cold call. I was scared to door knock. I was scared for the open houses. But once you do that first one, that second, that third, it's just natural after that. The more you do it, it's consistency is key. So real big on that. And yeah.
Okay. How about you? Challenges, mindset, and how you power through it.
Yeah, so as y'all know, real estate is tough business. And there's many different ways to lead generate. When I was new, I didn't really know which way to lead generate. So I just tried everything and then picked what I was good at. But in the beginning, it was tough because I was not good at a lot of things. So I really had to learn a lot. But yeah, and also one of the challenges was trying to keep calm. You know, some months you have a lot of business, some months you don't have a lot of business. So you always have to stay calm and, you know, just keep at it. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Michelle.
Well, besides the fact that friends and family were questioning, we'll put that one to the side now. And I would say that, you know, it was just discouraging for many months when, you know, you're just hoping to make enough to cover your expenses, like how much you have to pay regardless for MLS and for Supra and for everything, of just making enough that I'm not taking money out of pocket was a win. And so it was just, I would say, tenacity of just staying with it, of knowing that eventually something will pan out. And for me, I don't know how it happened for other people, but it happened like in a burst. Like when the dam broke, it was like several all happened at the same time, but it took months to get there. And that was really, it made you feel like you were failing at it. Like, what am I doing in real estate? But it just takes time. And reminding my family that it also, you know, I'm leaving and I'm not home for dinner, but it's okay. It's going to work out. I promise. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear some faith in there. Okay. Felicia, how about yourself?
Well, once I really locked into a lot of the material that I was reading, you know, I definitely took the torch on not being a secret agent. So every opportunity that I gained to meet someone and talk to someone, I mean, even when I go walking in the park, I have my cards with me. I'm saying hi to people, talking to them. So every single opportunity, if I'm standing in a line. So my motto, my mindset is, if you make eye contact with me, you're going to talk. We're talking. So I tell people it's very dangerous looking at me, because if you look at me too long, we will be talking. I will have your phone number and I'm going to call you. And there's someone that you know that's either looking, buying, or, you know, looking to sell or invest or something. And I also have the mindset that, you know, the best, you have to be your best. You have to be your best at all times, you know? And so I work with my clients, and, you know, I definitely treat all the transactions, you know, I treat it as if it's my transaction. So I take pride in my work, and I just feel like I'm just going to give them the best service. They get the best experience they can possibly have.
Okay. That's all great stuff. It's interesting when I'm listening to you guys talk about, you know, rising stars and coming up. These are best practices that you hear with our top producers as well, right? And there's a feature, and it's finding your niche, and it's really going after it as well. And just go serve people, right? If you serve people, leases, resell, whatever, you're going to build and get their information to grow your database, right? That never ends for the rest of your career, right? Some of you have been in this in a while.
I'm hearing a time factor in there also.
Yeah.
For a lot of you, I've heard, you know, mention you were getting into it. There was some discouragement, and there was a time factor, and you didn't know how long that time factor was going to be, but you had the faith that if you kept doing the right activities, that at some point it was going to break loose, and it did.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you've ever heard Gary Keller's story, he tells that story where he goes and convinces his dad that he's in real estate, he goes, and he needed money, right? And he goes, well, how do I know you're doing the right things? And back then, you know, this was a few years ago, 40 years, he opened up his black box. He have an alphabetical order, and he said, this is how I'm following through with my database. He gave him the money, and then all of a sudden the dam broke loose, right? And I see so many people get discouraged. They're about ready to have a major breakthrough, and they stop, you're just on the other side. And it does take a little bit of faith. It does taking your family to believe in you, to go, and this is going to work because I know I'm doing proven activities that will create results.
Which goes back to believing in yourself first.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the next question. We'll go right back to Gleisha. Is what's next for you? What's real estate? Tell us about your plans and your goals, and tell us where you're heading with your business.
Well, of course, I'm still building my business. I'm enjoying what I'm learning and what I'm doing right now. So I want to continue to build on that. Long term, I would love to work in the luxury market as well,
Mhm.
but I want to just continue to brand myself and, be the face of what I'm doing. Like when people see me, they see real estate. They know that I'm the girl that you call if you have any questions or you need any assistance. So I'm really interested in just building my brand to be the best, and that people know that when they contact Gleisha, that they're going to have quality service and a quality experience as well.
Okay. How about you, Michelle? What's next?
Well, building my business, that I would say is probably what we're all going to say.
Yeah.
We're starting. But I would say that part for me is I've also been, for me, it's not just about residential. I'm doing commercial as well. And so I'm playing in the commercial world because it fits well with my background. I do project management, schedule, scope, budget. So it aligns really well. And I find that actually my best clients, even for residential, are investors because I relate to them better. So for me, my specialty is more leaning towards not necessarily the person who's going to buy a house and stay there forever, but the people who want to lease and who want to do commercial and they want to flip houses and things. Those are actually more what my business looks like than, not that I haven't helped people just buy their house, but for me, it's going to be more of a blend of investment and commercial is where I'm planning on building my business.
Okay. All right. Very good. Sammy?
Yeah, so basically same thing, building my business, but I'm focusing more on networking. So June is the start of my 3rd year. So this whole year, I'm just working on networking and going to all these different events, talking to other real estate agents, not in this area, but other areas that don't work in this area. Also, divorce attorneys, investors, they're repeat business. So they'll buy one house and they'll buy another house like the next month. So I'm really trying to get to know like people that are in the real estate industry that, want to network and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on.
Cool. All right, Jade.
Of course, building my business too. I feel like it's just taking off. So I wouldn't want to stop when the momentum is still rising and going. But definitely investors. I've done some deals with investors. So I would like to build my business on that because they are great clients, repeat. They're also great to network with, the people that you surround yourself with. And I know I see some familiar faces. I have been helping teach. So I enjoy that because I was once a new agent and I still consider myself somewhat new. But I really like being able to relate to other agents and kind of guide them. It's another passion of mine too. So I like that as well. But yeah, definitely just still building my business. I feel like it's really just begun. So.
Okay, great. And leverage? No, I didn't say anybody say leverage. Transaction coordinator, admin on the horizon.
Oh, team. That's what I
Yeah.
want to do.
I got a team.
I
Okay,
wanna build a
okay,
team.
great. All right, I didn't set you up for this question, so I'm just going to throw it in. What was a pivotal learning experience, right? Keller Williams is an experimental, it's a learning. You also are into this learning, and we went online as well. There's one thing I can say is you guys have been actively engaged in the learning process, showing up classes, teaching and those things but what was maybe a pivotal moment of a class, a top producer story, someone you connected with that really changed the direction you were heading in? And I'll go to you. I didn't set them up for this question, so it might take them a second.
So for me, a pivotal moment, was more so, I would say COVID, an obstacle of trying to adapt to the market, adapt to your business, change your ways of finding business, because I didn't want things to slow down because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a real pivotal moment. I feel like ever since then, I really dedicated my time to the lead generation and stuff like that, rather than just sparingly doing it. Another pivotal moment was actually, be more active. I meeting Nikki. When Yana was here, she's great too. I just was in that transition period, so I wasn't in the office as much. So when Nikki was here, she really helped guide me, and I took advantage of the PC program when I was in it. And I will say for the new agents, the PC program, take advantage of it. Come to the classes. It's a great program. That's really where I learned a lot of the stuff that I am using today, and it's proven it works. Just like Chad was saying, I mean, you kind of get in, you're like, oh, is this really good? Yes, it's gonna work. It's literally in every class that you are in, literally. So just, oh, sorry.
Okay, great. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so same thing. My pivotal moment was with COVID. Yet I really had to change the way I found business, and certain people, like I had this one investor who kept, buying houses, doesn't matter what kind of market it is. So I kind of realized that, there's a lot of investors out there and they have a lot of money. Doesn't matter if the market's tanking or if it's going up, they're still going to invest. So that made me realize that I need to focus more on like networking with other investors and just, trying to gain business that way. So, yeah.
Okay. Michelle?
I'm going to go back to what Jade said, which is the PC program. So for me, sitting in and listening to the weekly meetings, and you're listening to the top producers, and they are so high level achieving and so intimidating at what they could do, that I'm like, I'm so far away from that. What they're saying is probably not even helpful to me. But for me, sitting in the weekly PC calls and finding that, somebody else has been, doing open houses for 2 months and doing leads and haven't gotten anything yet. And, it's not just me. Like it's okay to like struggle together. As actually for me, it was helpful knowing people like Stephen Gates. Hi. I can see him. And different people that I've met through that program, of knowing that they're also struggling, and therefore it's okay and it's normal, and it's not normal to be the high producer yet, and to be, closing 20 something units a month. I'm like, please, can I close 2 units a month? I'd be like thrilled with that every month. But knowing that was helpful to me, is knowing that it was okay for it to take time, and it was okay because other people were struggling too. So
yeah. Well, hence one of the reasons we do this panel, right? Is I want people to be inspired too. This is the environment. And if you're just starting out, they were just in your seat not very long ago, and they're on this journey. Because sometimes we see, if you go to like Mega Agent Camp, right, and you're hearing from the Lance Lokins and the Ben Kennys, and I mean, these are like CEOs of major organization, and there's a major gap. We've had Lance Lokin come into here, and most of you were like, I can't even relate. I can't fathom. And so you find somebody who's a little bit further on the journey that you can connect with. And hence, that's why I appreciate you guys sharing. All right, good stuff. All right, Alicia, what would you say? Pivotal learning moment, something that really helped you?
Well, I think I could chime in with everyone else the same, but what I really enjoy the most is, the productivity coaches are great. Just being able to have that. Everyone is so transparent. They really share their stories. And so you don't feel awkward when things happen, because other people, like Michelle was saying, are going through the same thing. And that helps me. That gives me the confidence to say, hey, I'm doing something right, and just following the model. When I first started my career when I first got my license, I wasn't sure which company I was going to go with that first, which brokerage. And everyone kept telling me, you have to go to Keller Williams. You have to go to Keller Williams. I mean, their training, if you want to come out right, the how they have everything set up, their training sessions, the models, it's going to work. So I've learned that if I do the work, I get the results. Everything that I've been reading, the Ignite classes, everything, once I put it in place, I actually get the results that I was told I was going to see. So that's what really has helped me.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and they're proven models and systems, right? It's just not, hey, try this and see if it works. We're teaching and focusing on proven model and system. Okay, great. Last question. Leave us with one piece of advice you'd want everyone to hear and take away from you. We'll go right back with Alicia.
Oh, come on, just one.
Just one. What's the one thing that you want to leave us with?
You're going to get upset with me. I cannot possibly do one, okay? But I'll try. So
Okay.
The first thing I would like to share with everyone is you have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to put the time in, but more than anything too, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you can do it and trust the process. And also, I would tell everyone, don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no question that's dumb or silly. You know, everyone that I have contacted, I know Gary, I'm pretty sure as soon as he sees my number, he's like, okay, she got another question. But, you know, everyone is just so helpful. So don't be afraid. There's other agents that I've contacted. I didn't even know, and I just called them, and everyone has just been so helpful. So don't be afraid. Do the work. Prepare yourself. Be prepared every day. And do not be a secret agent. Take every single opportunity to introduce yourself and let people know. You have to believe that you offer a service that people need. They need you. So when I go out, I understand that somebody needs me today, and I'm going to find them so I can help them. So that's
awesome.
what I have to say.
Good stuff. That's good stuff. All right, Michelle, follow that.
Well, I'm going to agree with the questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, stupid questions. I feel like I asked Nikki so many stupid questions. And so that, you know, holding them in, asking, you know, just like, you know, residential service contract. What am I supposed to do with it? I want some under contract. Like, do I find one? Do they find one? Like, I don't know. And I felt stupid. And I asked the question anyway. And then it turns out lots of people don't know the answer to that question. So it made me feel better. But that, and don't be afraid to make a mistake. But if you make one, just don't make the same one. So make new mistakes every week and you'll learn from them and get better. But you're going to make mistakes and just make new ones. That would be my only advice. Make new ones.
All right. Good stuff. Sammy.
Perfect. So my only advice is just to be patient, you know, just keep working, treat this like a 9-to-5 job. And if it is a part-time job, then you should at least be working on it every single day. You should be always lead generating and, you know, trying to increase your business. And also, like, wherever you go, just whoever you talk to, think of it as lead generation. So whether it's like dinner parties or weddings or wherever you go, you should always be talking to people, you know, trying to get more business. So, but yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right. Finish this off, Jade.
So I definitely say get uncomfortable so you can feel comfortable. For me, it was hard getting out of my shell and really stepping outside of the box and changing my schedule around, doing things, thinking about what ifs. So I had to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, and really just having confidence. Don't feel like, oh, well, if I tell them I'm a real estate agent, they know like 20 other ones. No, you might be that one that's going to stick out to them. They will call you. If you really believe in yourself, I'm really big on mindset and putting it out there. So definitely get uncomfortable, getting comfortable to get comfortable, and really just plant your seeds. Like he said, just be patient. Sometimes your deals aren't going to come right away, but once you get that call a month later from that seed that you planted and you watered and took care of, and when they give you that call back for business, it's going to be well worth it. So be patient because not everything happens the next day.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that was really good wisdom. Thank you guys so much for joining us online as well. Those are our rising stars. A lot of wisdom packed into that, even for me. And yet you sound a lot like the top producers, by the way, because they're doing the same thing. And so I congratulate you guys and partners. I love you being all in and then willingness to share as well.
Thank you
So
for having us.
awesome. Okay, great. Good job. All right, we're going to move along quickly and we're going to jump into our awards for May. And we ready, Norman?
Before we do that, can I go over some language?
Oh
of real
yeah,
estate
we're gonna
numbers?
share some numbers with you.
Yeah, so you know me, I'm the numbers girl. I like my numbers. So we have a third party that looks at our MLS performance compared to other brokerages in the area, right? And so as Norman's getting that pulled up, just so you guys know, we are the #1 office for market share for resale homes in our area. Yeah, give yourselves a hand. Like, that's awesome.
right.
And by the way, that's something you can relate to your clients on a listing appointment. That when they're listing with you, they're listing with the #1 market share office in this area for resale homes. So congratulations on that. Still getting that pulled up. We have a great office here. I mean, we are at 500 and I want to say 36.
40
40.
agents, yeah.
540 agents. And some of the things I really enjoyed about our panel is they talked about models and systems. Here, unlike other places, we don't just have models for new agents. We have proven models for mid-level agents, higher level agents, mega agents. We have an amazing network of people that have been there before you, and there's always a next step. So anyways, I just want to highlight that because it was an amazing group that we had up here today. And I love hearing what they had to share. And by the way, you guys aren't alone. I hear some of those same struggles from a lot of different people. And so I appreciate you guys getting up here to share it because I know there's a lot of people that can relate with you.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So in the month of May, we outpaced the market in listings taken. We saw an increase in units of 33.6% compared to last month. And the local HER market actually went down in listings taken compared to last month. So that's a
Oh,
spread.
we still need more listings, by the way.
Yeah, we do
right?
need more listings.
We need a lot more of those. All right.
So we saw a nice spread there for listing contracts written. So better than taking listings is getting contracts on the listings, right? That's what we do. So we saw an increase of 22% in listing taken volume on the contracts compared to last month. The local HER market only saw a 2.36% increase. So we saw a nice 19.6% spread difference. And then better than getting contracts is actually selling the listings. So we saw an increase. Now, what happened at this time last year? Yeah, shut down, right? So we saw a little bit of a slowdown, but I want to highlight this because compared to last year, our sold listing volume increased 155%. The rest of the area that saw the exact same struggle only increased 92%. So congratulations, that's a 63% spread there. So congratulations on that. And then
I'm not clicking Norman.
Next slide. And then our total closings, there was an increase of 147.4% compared to last year in the volume, and the local area only saw 92%. So yeah, we're outpacing them in the different areas. These slides will be posted on my KW Connect page. So if you follow me, you're going to get an email when I post it. You can download these and use them in your listing presentations. If you do not follow me and you would like these slides, send me an email. I'll send you the link. You'll log in. You'll click on the follow next to my profile picture. So every time I upload, you're going to get an automatic email. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, that's a no-brainer. Unless your numbers are better, maybe Sapana, right? Could tell a better story. Unless your numbers are better, use your own. But these are a language of real estate. Share these numbers, graphs, tell the story, right? There's a reason why, you know, and I'm sitting there yesterday and I'm doing a meeting with Imran and Pinky, right? Who just went over the $1 million mark in gross commission
In less than half a year.
in less than half of the year, half the time they did last year. And they tell me the value of Keller Williams and what it does for them. Share the story, right? Don't be a secret area, share the story, it matters.
And here's our one page. This is consolidated. This has a place for your picture, your name. It's a PowerPoint format. So you just download it, you replace your information, and then you use this because this is your office's numbers. So this is a one-page summary.
Okay, great.
Great.
All right,
Well,
we're moving
on
fast.
To awards. All right. So we'll jump right in for listing unit top individuals. We have Jamie Castens with 7 listings last month.
That's
Way to go,
awesome.
Jamie. Followed by Nazneen Danani with 5. And then Lyle Mugi and Sapna Patel tied with 3rd place with
Way to go,
46.
Sapana! Yay! We don't have we just do another, just a virtual high five
You're
still. All right, keep
Then
going.
we got our teams. Diaz team leading the way with 6 listings last month, and the Marta Mohan team with 3. So congratulations to our
Awesome.
top teams. Our groups, the Audra O'Neill team with 18 listings last month.
Wow.
Way to go, Audra and team. And the Kathy Stubbs team in second with 7, followed by the BNP team with 6. And then a 3-way tie with Kimber V team, Mona Knows Homes, and the investor group with 4 listings last month.
All right, good job, Bradley. Thank you for being here. I know you did carried all that for Mona's
Great
team.
job.
All
And
right.
moving on to our listing volume. Here's a newcomer to the board, Rima Malhotra, with over 3.7 million in listing volume.
Ooh.
Woo!
That's awesome.
And then second place, Nazneen Danani with 3.1 million, Jamie Castens with 3 million, followed by Sapna Patel with 1.7 and
Wait.
Lyle Mugi with 800,000. Great
job,
job.
Sapna.
Woo-woo.
Sapna said she was gonna take the month off, so that's an off month
I
for
know,
her.
if that's taking the month off, I want
Yeah.
to see what it looks like when
Yeah,
you're getting
yeah.
back in it. So here we got our top teams. Diaz team with 1.9 million enlisted volume, followed by the home coach group, which is CW and Ann Ross with 1.8, followed by Liz Guevara Backman with 1.5 million, the Martin Mohan team with 1.3, and the Yaw Real Estate team with you,
There you go.
with just shy of 1 million. So great job, guys. That's awesome. And then moving on into our closed groups. Here we go. The Audra O'Neill team, we got 8.3 million enlisted volume. When you get the units, the volume follows. Second place, the Kathy Stubbs team with 3.5 million, followed by the BMP team with 2.8 million, the Mona Knows Homes team with 1.7, and the investor group, which is David and Diana Barnett with 1.2 million.
Awesome.
Great job to our top groups. And then our top closed units for individuals. First place, we got Sahar Khatib with 8, Abish Sadwani with 6,
Awesome.
Akil and Ruhina tied for third with 5 apiece.
There you
Woo-hoo!
go.
There he
Way to
is.
go,
There's
Akil.
Akil. All right.
Been working hard.
Followed by Nazneen Danani, Robbie Yansky, Sammy
Sammy,
Patel,
way to go, Sammy.
woo! Jamie Cassins, and Sapna Patel with 4 closed units
4.
last month. Congratulations.
Awesome.
And then our top teams, we got the Diaz team with 11 closed units. Liz Guevara Backman and home coach group tied at 8 units for
Wow.
second. The Sharon P Realty Group and Ambassador Real Estate Group, which is Serena Chu with 5.
5.
So
Awesome.
congratulations. With our top groups, we got the BNP team leading the way with the drum roll, please. 38 closed units
Wow.
in the month of May. Congratulations, Imran and Pinky. That is not an easy feat. Great job. And all your transaction coordinators, because you know they're doing it
Yes.
behind the scenes.
Yes.
Followed by second place, the investor group with 16 closed
Wow.
units, the Audra O'Neill team with 14, and the SIA group and Kathy Stubbs team tied at 10, followed by the Kimber V team with 8. So these are
Awesome.
some great numbers.
Big numbers.
Great job, guys. And then for our individual closed volume, this is adjusted closed volume, meaning it's based on a 3% commission. In first place, we got Sapna
Yeah, you got
Patel,
first place. Yeah,
woo! 2.2 in adjusted closed volume, followed by Sahar Khatib with just over 2 million. Akil Burke, woo!
Way to
Great
go,
job,
Akil.
Akil, 1.6 million, followed by Jamie Castens with 1.4 and Reno Dominguez with 1.1.
All right.
Great
Reno.
job to our top
Yes.
individuals.
I like it when they got to go find a picture because we got a newcomer on the board.
That's right. That's
Yes.
exciting. All right. And then we got our top closed volume for teams. We have the home coach group leading the way with 1.9 in adjusted closed volume. That's CW Ross. We got the Sharon P Realty Group with 1.6 million. We got the Pam Shockey team, a team for the first time because
All
her
right.
son just
There
joined
you
her.
go.
Great job, Pam. 1.4 million, followed by the Irvin team with 1.2 and the Diaz team that was 1.2, just below the Irvin team.
All right.
Great job to our
Good
top
work.
teams.
Good work.
Followed by our groups. Now remember, you know where the units are, the volume's gonna follow. The BMP team with 9 million in adjusted closed volume last month. Woo! Great job. Almost a mega agent in just a month, right?
Yeah.
And then we got the Audra O'Neill team in second with 4.3 million. The investor group with 3.2 million. The Kathy Stubbs team with 2.9 million and the Kimber V team with 2.8 million in adjusted closed volume.
Awesome.
Great job to our top groups.
Leverage.
And then one of my favorite personal awards is our Triple Crown Award. To qualify, you have to be an individual agent and you have to close 3 or more homes in a month. So leases don't count. And so this month we have 12 people
That's
that
awesome.
made the board. Congratulations. We got Ruhina, we got Jade.
Way to go,
Woo! Way to go, Jade.
There you
Joyce
go.
Castillo, Sahar Khatib, Gleisha.
Way to
Great
go,
job,
Gleisha.
Gleisha.
Yay.
Robbie Yansky, Jamie Cassins, Michelle.
There you
woo-hoo,
go, Michelle.
Sapna Patel and Sammy. There
There
he
you
is,
go.
Sammy.
Good job.
Abish Sadwani and Akil.
There you go.
Woo!
That's
Great
awesome.
job.
That's the new low. Now, can't do less than 3. You were on a panel and now you got to do 3 every month. Okay.
That's awesome. And now we like to celebrate our Killiversaries. These are agents who have been with us a number of years, been with Keller Williams. Celebrating 1 year with us, we have Letitia Bailey. Herman Duenas, Jaquetta Franklin, Stephen Gates, Tyronika Jones, Marlena Smith, and Mehroz Wakar. Congratulations with 1 year with
Isn't she
KW.
fantastic at reading these names? That's a gift. Good job. Even if she says them wrong, she does it with such confidence. It's great. Go ahead.
Look at this. So then we got 2 years. I'm not even gonna comment. We got 2 years with Julius Childress, George Escobar, Flor Garcia, Donald Jones, Shala Myers, Alpana Patel, Sammy Patel, and Gloria Shang. Congratulations,
Yes,
Sammy,
yes.
on your 2-year anniversary. 3 years, we got Akshi Merchant and Sapna Patel.
Is it 3 years? Yeah.
Can you believe that? So any of you starting today are only 3 years away from what Sapna is doing today, right?
Yeah.
So learn the models that she's using because something's working. We also got Kanisha Rayson Elliston and Rebecca Robinson with 3 years with KW.
Awesome.
4 years, we got Terry Canal, Patricia Johnson, Andrew Missick, Jason Wynn, and Kevin Thompson. Celebrating 5 years, we got Kate Gao. She's on the investor group.
Mhm.
And we got Ola Olabi. And then 6 years, we have Sonia Jones Edmond and Mandy Thus. 9 years, we have Kaylee Cower. 10 years, we have Valerie Diaz and Israel Flores. Congratulations,
10
guys.
years. Yeah.
I know, isn't that amazing? And then 12 years, we have Alex Song. He's on the
She came on
SIA
late.
group. We got 14 years with Ruby Rose Sanders.
Ruby
These
Rose.
numbers are getting large. And
Yeah.
then 16 years, we have Ruhina Ahmed and Alpha Chuck.
Alpha, 16 years. You're just getting started.
That's right.
That's awesome.
So we know that you guys
Wow.
have a choice of where you do business, and we are so privileged and honored that you choose to continue doing business with us. So thank you so much. All right, and now moving into our just listed first listing
Yes.
agents. We have Dana Hennigan with her first listing
Good
with
job,
KW.
Dana.
Woo, woo, woo. We also have Fernanda Lampson. She also had her first listing with KW.
There you go.
Congratulations, Fernanda. Gregory Williams, we need your picture, Gregory. Congratulations. That must mean that he had his first listing so quickly he didn't have time to get his picture done.
Yes.
So then we have Ibtisam Adabli. Congratulations,
Yes, yes.
Ibtisam.
Sorry.
We got Merle Davis with her first. Congratulations, Merle.
Yes.
We also have Rigoberto Mata. Congratulations, Rigo. And then with our first closing,
There you go.
we have Charuvala Matthew. Congratulations. We also have Chris Epstein.
Way to go, Chris.
Great job, Chris. David Len. Great job,
Love.
David, on your first closing. Faraya Qureshi. Great job, Faraya. Joshua Watson. I
Good
like that
job.
picture.
There
Very
you go.
distinguished. Julia Johnson with her first closing. Way to go, Julia. Ken Chong. Way to go on your first closing. Lori Miles with her first closing. Marlena Smith with her first closing. Michelle Roth with her
Look at
first
that.
closing. Rodney Washington,
There you go, Rodney.
congratulations. Stephen Gates,
Yay, good to go, Stephen. I see him online.
nice. And Tensehi Tekateli, congratulations. And Vidi Nayak. Congratulations to all of our first closings
Yes,
with
very
KW.
impressive.
It's so exciting, and I look forward to great things to come.
Great. All right, did you have something, Greg? Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Come on up, come on up.
Yeah, that's where Norman put you, so.
Yeah, right. Thanks a lot. No. Put the next slide. So, my name is Greg Saintfort. I handle the marketing at the office. So, I just want to do a quick lesson in just a minute. So, we're gonna make it fast. So, I'm gonna talk about unique value proposition, and some of the panelists actually talked about what they do that was a little bit unique in terms of how they get business, how they communicate to customers, and so on. So, these are just the 3 pillars. In the middle is what makes you unique. So, on the right it says what your brand does really well. So, everyone here should know what their brand does really well. Some of you know how to sell someone on the spot. Some of you have great presentation. Sammy has great social media and so on. There's a lot of things. You have a great GeoFarm area that you work on. So you know details of a specific neighborhood. So that's something you can do really well. On the left is what your customers need and care about. So maybe you know how to bake a great cake, but maybe that's not great. Your customers may not care about that. So think about, what do you customers care about? Do you know your numbers? You know, Chad will tell you everyone is an economist. Y'all should know your numbers. That could be something that your customer cares about. Obviously, that's based on your sphere. So maybe your sphere cares that you like to have drinks, whatever. You should understand that, be very self-aware of what that looks like and what your competition does really well or what they don't do really well. It's also an add-on. So if one of you speak Spanish, your competition doesn't, well, that's an advantage. So you should be aware of like who are the other people in your market and know your competition. So that's my quick minute. Thank you.
That was a good minute. Yeah, there's a lot in that.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, great. Our business partners, come on up. All of you come on at one. AMCAP Celebrity Reliant. Come on, Michelle. I know you're coming to help. All right, first one up gets to go first. Go ahead.
Hey, I'll be quick too, because I wrote it out. I have 3
Okay.
points to make. So they're patent title, actually, we use a company called Certified to send wiring instructions. So here are my 3 points. Agents will fill out this form and we'll save it. So unless anything changes, like the bank account number, all you have to do is do it once. It ensures the wire amount if the transaction goes through Certified. And benefits are you don't have to send wire instructions every time, and we don't have to call and get wire instructions from you. One other thing.
Yes.
I'm on Facebook, Melissa Lima. If you don't follow me, I do a Fun Fact Friday, and then I do a Title Fun Fact Friday. So follow me and you'll get Title Fun Facts. Also, I have a real estate fun fact that I'm going to start doing at these meetings.
Okay, let's
Today's
hear it.
real estate fun fact. In Scotland, homeowners paint their front door red when they pay off their mortgage. Thank you.
So here we can do it, just not doing it. All right, good stuff. Come on up.
So great. My name is Yu Yilin. I can set up your electricity for you and your clients, okay? Jennifer Wood, a few weeks ago, she sent her first referral to me. She was so great. I mean, helping her customer all the way up. She had the first-hand experience.
All right, let's hear it, Jennifer. Tell us what.
I had
Yes.
this senior customer.
Yeah.
Client. They had just closed. They were struggling to get utilities on in their name. They had been fighting with the company that they had chosen for like 3 days, had 3 different phones going, trying to get it set up. And I called them like, hey, how's it going? They're like, it's awful. This is what we're dealing with. I said, I've got the lady you need to call. So I actually called her on their behalf. I was like, we got to get them set up. Within 15 minutes, we had them lights in their name. It was super fast, super easy. They were super happy. It's a great experience all around.
Yep.
And then on top of that, we also have home security. I recently had that installed in my house. It's wonderful. Definitely recommend it. Yuyi's awesome.
There you go.
Definitely use it for a client. She's gonna take care
That's
of
all
it.
you need to say. That's when you drop the mic and walk off, you leave. That's it. That's good.
She
Yeah.
went to her customers' house, they're helping them out. She's great.
Yeah, I did. I drove to Sealy, not that it's a big hurrah, but I drove to Sealy just to get on the phone with her and them, because, they have no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
They have, they're
Good
trying
work.
to do technology on their phone, and
Well, it's a team effort, right? And think of this as a concierge service that you can add to your clients, right? And you go, well, I'm not a team or a group yet. Yes, you are. You have partners in this with you who can help you along the way. So thank you, Jennifer, for sharing. All right, good
Absolutely.
job. Okay, come on up.
Just real quick, I've been getting questions about chapter
Well, you got to
7.
introduce yourself
Oh,
because you haven't been here
you said
enough.
AMCAP, Nico.
Nico,
AMCAP.
yeah.
Been getting questions about how soon can your client apply for a loan after filing bankruptcy or foreclosures or short sales. We have these quick little sheets for you. I'll leave them up here if you want to grab it. If you're online, if you reach out to us, I'll send this to you as well.
Okay, good stuff. All right, then we have our lunch sponsor today. Henry, you can take longer than
How you
him if
doing?
you want
Well,
to. All right, go ahead.
This is the first time for me to speak to an audience. I've been an inspector for many years, since 1998. I started out as a municipal inspector, so I obtained all my certifications for doing phase inspections. A lot of commercial experience. Got my professional Trek license in 2006, and I live here locally. If I can help y'all, that's why I'm here today, to say hi and hope I can do business with you guys.
Okay. Anything unique about your value proposition that would we would want to know about you?
Other than my background in construction, I do have a state plumbing inspector license, which other home inspectors can't obtain because I am a municipal building official as well.
Okay.
Licensed electrician.
Okay.
For many years.
Okay.
That's about all I can say about.
But that's
myself,
pretty,
I guess.
those are two pretty good things, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And you have cards and things, the best way to get a hold of you?
I do.
Okay,
I have them. I left them over on my
okay.
seating.
He's providing lunch and we'll put them there when you grab lunch today. Thank you so much for bringing it. They'll grab a card as well.
Thank you. for
Yeah.
Having me. and
Yeah,
letting me
absolutely.
speak.
Well, it's great to
Thank you,
meet you as well. All right, thank you, Henry. All right, well, thank you so much for joining in today. Great awards, great accomplishments. Thank you for our panel and good insights. We always appreciate you guys joining in and getting value today. Join in next week at the same time. Still got some seats here available if you want to come in, but of course, we'll continue to deliver this virtually and Zoom as well. So have a great day. Glad to be in business with you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.